Well then, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the late 15th century townhouse, otherwise known as the Tribunal. And it's the official opening today, and I'm about to get run over. So we'll let the cars go. And as you can see over there, the great and good of Glastonbury are all lined up against the wall. Now, it's not that kind of wall, ladies and gentlemen, we don't do that anymore. But that's lovely to see everybody here.
Hoye! 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 The High Sheriff of Somerset, the Worshipful the Mayor of Glastonbury, the Deputy Mayor of Glastonbury, distinguished guests, Glastonbury Town Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today for the grand opening of the Tribunal, a jewel in the crown of Glastonbury's heritage architecture. We give sincere thanks to the Glastonbury Town Council, English Heritage, the Glastonbury Antiquarian Society, and all our volunteers who have worked so hard to maintain this stunning historic space so that it can be enjoyed by our Glastonbury citizens and welcomed visitors to this fine town. Pray silence for the High Sheriff of Somerset, Mr. Rob Beckley.
I am in a role that also inhabits history, but I will not last like this building. The High Sheriff of Somerset goes back to 1061, and I am the 963rd incumbent. Thank you. I could see some of you remember the first or the second. I have looked for high sheriffs who were in Glastonbury or came from Glastonbury, and have only found a few, but I've found a few who would have known this building. Now, in 1258, high sheriffs, before then, high sheriffs used to have more than 1 year. At 1258, King Henry III decided you would only be a high sheriff for 1 year because you would make too much money out of it. Sadly, that doesn't apply today. But one of my predecessors, Guy de Bortney, he came to Glastonbury and camped here. He came on a horse and cart, not on a bus, when this was a wooden building. And he is famous for having prevented the uprising of Perkin Warbeck. Whoa. He came here, set up his encampment, and Perkin Warbeck, when he discovered Guy was set up with an army, decided he would go away. Perkin Warbeck eventually went. He was the pretender to the throne, pretended he was one of the two princes. He went to Taunton prison and was put there until Henry the VII came and eventually executed him. There is another notorious high sheriff, Edward Hobbs, who has probably been in this very building, because this, it is reputed, that Judge Jeffreys actually held some of his assizes here, the hanging judge. Edward Hobbs was the high sheriff that year. He would have been with Judge Jeffreys, and he would have had to have carried out the executions. In fact, there is a letter from Edward Hobbs that he would have written from here into the Wells, and where he instructs the execution of 4 people by slitting their stomachs open, frying their internal organs in front of them before hanging them. Now, goodness, that is retribution. So, two of my predecessors, and probably many more, have definitely been closely involved with this building. I am hopeful that in the future they look at today's events and find my record and will say, Rob Beckley was there. So I am delighted to be here and commemorate history, not just of this building, but of Glastonbury and of Somerset. And I am so grateful to be here on this important and auspicious day.
Unlike the High Sheriff, I'm not blessed with a loud voice, but I will do my best. When I step into this building, I feel I'm stepping into history. In many ways, it's just as cold, damp and drafty as it was 500 years ago. So I invite you to come with me shortly and experience that for yourself. At the same time, you just immediately step inside and you are stepping into history. So much has happened in this building, for worse, but I hope also for better. With Glastonbury Town Council taking it over, it'll be in good hands and for the benefit of the world for the next 900 years.
Great.
So thank you to all of us.
My name is Mary Elizabeth O'Neill. I'm the Visitor Experience Manager for Glastonbury Town Council. I'm just so honored every time I step into this building that, I have the privilege, really. Anyway, I'm just going to keep things brief. I wanted to thank everyone for coming out today. David, the town crier, your worship, looking down to Deputy Mayor, Dr. White, Ed from English Heritage, Dr. Tim Hopkinson Ball, our volunteers and our staff. We've not done this without you. So how about we have a toast and let's all go inside and enjoy the spectacular space.
Long may Glastonbury flourish. God save the King.
So here we are inside the tribunal. Let's go and have a look round and see what's in here. So this is the main room. This is what you will see. This is what you will see as you come in. And then we walk through this door here into the back room. There's stairs on the right. Look at those in a minute. And as you walk through the rear room here, there's a small exhibition regarding Glastonbury Festival, which is on at the moment. And then as we come around here some more, there's a selection of wristbands. As you can see, they've gone from plastic to the modern embroidered ones. And I don't know if that's a ticket or an instruction or what happens when you've been there for 2 days. Haven't worked that one out yet. So as we come through, and this is the back garden. This area is really nice. It's quiet. It has a well. Look, ladies and gentlemen, a well. And you can come and sit out here and just enjoy the peace and quiet. There's another outhouse here, which if we enter, we'll be able to see the lake canoe. This was discovered on the levels, and I think you might find it would leak if you tried it now. But I wonder how many boats being built today would be in a museum all that time in the future. It's the original fireplace. Look at that beautiful roof. It's nice to see the woodwork. And again, here all the wood has been exposed, as it probably would have been. I don't know, I guess it would have been on show. When someone like that, dressed like that, points you in that direction, you follow them. This is a wonderful exhibition showing the development and history of this town. And talking of old exhibits, here's Vicky. Hello, Vicky. And again, the roof in here is nothing short of spectacular. Look at that. So if you'd have come here in the Iron Age, ladies and gentlemen, there would have been no crystal shops. And in fact, the high street would have looked a little bit more like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed that short film of the opening of the tribunal. I'm going to come back and do a video about the actual history of this building and how it came about. How they actually robbed some of this is probably from the Abbey when it was dissolved. But we're going to come back, we're going to tell the full story of this another day. Today was the opening. So now, when you come to Glastonbury, you can go in. You can go and have a look. There's some exhibitions in there. There's shows you the history of Glastonbury. And it's also the headquarters of the Antiquarian Society. Hello, Dragon Lady. It's also the headquarters of the Antiquarian Society, who I've spoken to their top chap today, and we are going to be doing some talking to them and maybe producing some more historical footage videos around the history of Glastonbury, because it's really fascinating and it's something that I just want to help tell the story of. And so with the assistance of hopefully the Antiquarian Society, we're going to be able to do that very soon. But for now, here in Glastonbury, outside, and if you want proof, it says it on the wall. It's open. Come and see it. It's worth a trip. Definitely worth a trip. But for now, bye-bye.